like a white seabird, alone at daybreak after stormy night. This play is put together by Nigerian Carnival. We're doing it in conjunction with the Dublin City Council. We first ran the play in 2015. We ran it as part of the Irish Literature Festival, and it was widely received. It was tremendous positive response. It was so good, we made the front page of the Irish Times. And we got great review as well on blogs and, from different critiques and all of that. It was brilliant. So this year again, we were asked if we wouldn't mind running the play again because it was so good last year, and Nigerian Carnival said, yes, why not? So that's why we're running the play again this year for the Easter season, just for the holiday. The play, it's called The Only Jealousy of Emer. It's a love story, and it's a very ancient story written by the famous W.B. Yeats. So to Ireland, W.B. Yeats would be the equivalent of our own Chinua Achebe in Nigeria or Wole Soyinka. He was that kind of writer and is highly respected in Ireland. So this is one of his plays written about Cuchulainn. My character is Emer, the queen. She is a woman that loves unconditionally. She loves her husband, Cuchulainn, who is perceived as a god, like a demigod. He's highly respected, and even the king fears him because he's a warrior who's fought and defended the country. That amorous man, that amorous, violent man, renowned Cuchulainn, Queen Emer at his side. At her own bidding, all the rest have gone.
And the drama. Cuchulainn is at the center of the whole play. He's a very powerful man in his own time, and many things happened to him, but at this point he found himself in a situation where he does not even know, what's happening. He's half dead, half alive.
Is he dead? Although they've dressed him out in his grave clothes and stretched his limbs, Cuchulainn is not dead. The very heavens, when that day is at hand, saw that his death made a black ceremony.
And he was even supposed to be dead anyway, but needed some powerful, the whole play happened in the spiritual, it's very heavy in the spiritual. And of course, as his character is a man of many women, even in the spirit.
Pull down your head upon your knees and hid your face.
Old memories. A woman in her happy youth before her man had broken trust.
So, but eventually one of his women got him out of his predicament.
Come to me, my beloved. It is I, Edna Inuba. Look, he is there. He has come back and moved upon the bed. And it is I that won him from the sea that brought him back to life.
Cuchulainn waits.
I'm playing the character Brickroo. Brickroo is more like a trickster, a devil. He comes in pretending to be Cuchulainn and tries to convince Cuchulainn's wife to renounce Cuchulainn's love so that Cuchulainn, who was injured in battle, could become whole again. And that was exactly what happened. You are not loved.
And therefore have no dread to meet your eyes and to demand him of you.
For that I have come. You have but to pay the price and he is free.
Do the she bargain?
When they would free a captive, they take in ransom a less valued thing. The fisher. When some knowledgeable man restores to him his wife or son or daughter, knows he must lose a boat or net. He succeeded in making Emer, Cuchulainn's wife, renounce Cuchulainn's love, renounce her love for Cuchulainn so that Cuchulainn could leave. So that was the role. He plays it in a trickish way. He tries to bargain with her that, look, you want this man to leave, renounce his love, and he would leave. And he succeeded at the end of the day.
To the moment left, cry out, renounce him and her power is at an end.
Kukulon's foot is on the chariot steps. Cry!
I renounce Kukulon's love forever!
My character is Yemi Adenuga, and on the play Only Jealousy of Emer, it's set in the 17th century, and he fought the enemies for the Irish. And so for this play, he was caught between the deep blue sea and the real world. So the wife and the side chick, which is me, are trying together to bring him back to life. So we kind of put our differences aside, I being the side chick, and the wife is not happy with it, but we put our differences aside to make sure to bring our man back to life.
Come hither. Come sit down beside the bed. You need not be afraid, for I myself sent for you, Adenuga.
No, madam. I have too deeply wronged you to sit there.
Of all the people in the world, we two and we alone may watch together here, because we have loved him best.
And is he dead?
My character is there in the spirit world, but she feels it's almost like she can't survive without his human strength or his human power. So she wants him to stay with her, and with him there, then she's stronger. Basically, the play is written by W.B. Yeats. It's about a woman whose husband, her husband is kind of in a half state between alive and dead, and she wants to bring him back. She doesn't want the spirits to take him. So she calls on his mistress to try and wake him from his sleep. And then we find out that in fact that there's been some kind of ghost spirit thing that has taken over his body. So when the mistress wakes him, the ghost appears in his place or in the body. So the wife is then, trying to figure out why he's there, what he wants, and what they can do. My character is with the actual ghost of her husband, trying to get him to stay in the spirit world. So you have that aspect, trying to get him to stay in the spirit world, but then on earth, the wife is trying to get him to come back to him.
When your mouth and my mouth meet, all my round shall be complete, imagining all its circles run, and there shall be oblivion even to quench Cuculla's draught, even to still that heart.
Your mouth.
This play starts from other plays and it comes down to this one, The Only Jealousy of Emer, where he kills his only son and doesn't realize he's killed his son. And one of his biggest sadness in his life has been the fact that he doesn't have a son. And so he kills this young man but doesn't realize it's his son he's killed. Towards noon in the assembly of the kings, he met with one who seemed a while most dear. The king stood round. Some quarrel was blown up. He drove him out and killed him on the shore at Bala Street. And he who was so killed was his own son, begot on some wild woman when he was young. Or so I've heard it said. And thereupon, knowing what man he had killed, and being mad with sorrow, he ran out. And he goes and he fights the waves, and he dies himself. And after, to his middle in the foam, with shield before him and sword in hand, he fought the deathless sea. The kings looked on, and not a king dared stretch an arm, or even dared call his name. But all stood wondering in that dumb stupor like cattle in a gale. And his wife, Emer the queen, is trying to bring him back. And she would give anything to bring him back. I am but his wife. But if you cry aloud with a sweet voice that is so dear to him, he cannot help but listen. The sacrifice she has to make here then is to get her husband's mistress to come and help her wake him up. So imagine that kind of sacrifice in real life where a wife realizes that the one thing that could help her bring her husband back is to get the mistress to wake him up. She knows he has a mistress. Bend over him.
Call out their secrets till you have touched his heart, if he lies there, and if he's not there till you've made him jealous.